I think Queenstown is at very big a risk of becoming a cultural desert.
It's sometimes a little bit like a restaurant that's got a really good view and the food's no good.
Violet.
Hello.
Hello.
I feel like Queenstown's just becoming a town for the affluent.
We're a tourist destination and yet we don't have a proper working theatre. We are a tourist destination and yet we still don't have a proper arts district.
I think the arts are going to fall off the face of Queenstown. I don't think we're being heard.
Everyone can see that the pressure of growth and the nature of it have begun to turn this place into a different kind of community, and the heart of this community needs to be looked after.
QPACT came about in 1999. I cannot understate how important it is to have a dedicated space for your performing arts community. We officially opened in 2001, exactly the same time the council announced that they would take it down. So the concept that we would be displaced and that they're going to demolish the building has pretty much been a constant conversation for almost 18 years. So this is my studio, and as you see, it's purpose-built for drama and theatre and mirrors for dancers. So this is Studio B in here, our first dance studio. Queenstown has been extremely lucky because we attract people from the UK, from Russia, myself from New York, who have had our training elsewhere and can bring that expertise here.
I know lots of even dance companies who would love to come here and perform, but they can't perform because we don't have a big stage or we don't have available halls. Yeah, and I think it's a big minus of Queenstown.
Well, QPACT is primarily the only space we have in Queenstown that has rooms of a suitable size to run dance classes, and yeah, it's pretty vital to the arts community here.
In here you can see there's another dance class. I mean, this gives you an idea about what happens here.
Recently we were trying to put on a show, but unfortunately there was a fire, so the council very kindly allowed us to use the old Wakatipu High School auditorium rooms, which were great, but unfortunately there was no heating in there, the pipes burst and there ended up being massive floods in those rooms as well. So we had a fire and a flood, and amongst other things it meant that we couldn't eventually produce the show and we had to abandon it.
Our dance school has been going for 11 years and we've had thousands of kids go through our dance school. I think for me, we have a dance family and it's pretty close, and even the parents are a dance family, and that is community, that's pretty special. It's not just a job for you.
5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
The kind of people that do this stuff are not people that have money behind them, and we don't do it to make money. We do it because we love the arts, or we love the kids, or we love the opportunities that it creates.
We struggle along because we don't make big money and we just can't afford the rents that are expected. We have one last year left in our dance studio. They want to put something else in that makes more money than us. I mean, we've got 270 kids, and it means for us probably shutting our doors because there is nowhere to go.
The infrastructure is being used to accommodate people that are here for a week or two, not the people that are here to make things happen, to live here and to make community projects happen.
Part of our problem is that there's no land, that all there's very limited land, and the land that's available, especially in Queenstown, it comes at a premium.
QLDC, in my opinion, has put tourism before any other service in this community.
Well, I had one or two people that mentioned that to me, that they feel that there's more done for the tourists than for the locals. We've got facilities that wouldn't have been here if we didn't have the tourist numbers.
I think it's fair to say that there is an ambient level of despair or hopelessness.
I feel quite discouraged, to be honest. You know, I feel like we've built something really brilliant and vibrant and thriving, and it's going to be passed over for commercial interests.
Tourists and visitors want to come to a place where there's a live and rich community. They don't want to come to some barren tourist gully where they're strip mined for a week and taken to the airport.
What's the point of a town without a community?
No one knows when you're at a moment, but we suspect we are at a moment now where this community needs to be looked after from a cultural provisioning point of view.
It's community groups that's really struggling. It's something that we believe that through this cultural master plan, the cultural focus of the town could be escalated.
So the idea of cultural provisioning is to have a plan supported by local government, and where we've got to, I think, with a bit of luck and a lot of goodwill, is that we've got the support of the council and particularly the mayor. We've got some local philanthropists who have already produced some money, and we have an international cultural strategist who's also a human being.
And it's extremely important to know who you are and what you are and where you come from, and then where you're going to go.
Communities need the arts because it's the community's soul. It's such an important part of a culture.
And maybe this time we'll get a result that will make this really one of the remarkable places in the world to live and bring up a family.